everyone, welcome back to part 4 of the Book Run Cozies Club chapter by chapter for Pleating for Mercy, the first book in the Magical Dressmaking Mystery series by Melissa Bourbon. I'm Di, and this is my audio-only reading vlog for this book. Today I will be reading chapters 25 through 32 and sharing my thoughts with you along the way. Due to the nature of this reading vlog, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't read these chapters yet, I suggest that you not listen to this recording until you have. If you would prefer to hear my general thoughts on this book in its entirety, keep an eye out for my Book Run Cozies Club series First Impressions video, which will be posted sometime after the reading vlogs for this book have commenced. So how is everybody doing this evening? I am doing okay. I'm hoping that now that it's the weekend, I can relax a bit, and so hopefully that'll help bring my stress level down. But I am hoping that in the next chapters we're going to get a little bit more momentum with the mystery and maybe a little bit more investigating. Well, hopefully a bit more investigating. We should be over the halfway mark, I believe, in this section. So, as I mentioned to you in previous sections, I do feel like this story is going rather slow, or at a rather slow pace for me personally. I have been getting distracted while I was reading, so that's not a good sign either, at least for me. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more momentum. I'm hoping to get more investigating, finding out some clues about this whole murder, and not so much getting to know the characters, because I feel like we've been doing that a lot in this book too now. First with, meeting all of the bridal party, and then hashing over her, previous relationship with the groom's brother, and then meeting her mom and her grandma, then meeting Will Flores and his daughter, and various people around town, and then, the spirit of Mima and everything like that. The cast is pretty large. We're dealing with a lot of people up to now, but I still feel like the story is sluggish. So, let me know down in the comments below if you feel like the story is at a good pace for you. If you disagree with what I am feeling, I would really like to know, because, part of the reason why I started this book club was to talk to other people about cozies and see how people like to consume them, how they enjoy them. Do they like slower paced mysteries? Do they prefer more like family information and lots of characters and things like that? For me personally, I tend to like a medium-paced mystery in my cozies. Now, I do read cozies that are much more gritty, and I enjoy high-paced mysteries if I'm reading something like that. But in my cozies, I like a medium-paced mystery. I like to dive into the investigation rather quickly and start piecing together the information that is found. I tend not to enjoy slower-paced mysteries. I think that's part of the reason why my focus is not on the story, and I'm constantly getting pulled out of it. It's because there's something missing. So anyway, I've been long-winded again. I do hope that now that we are a good portion into the book, there's going to be a pickup in not only investigating, but some clues and things like that, and not so much meeting other people in town. So I'm going to dive into chapter 25 right now, and I will be back with you in a bit. Okay, I just finished chapter 25. I had to come on here and make mention of the remark about Harlow feeling like the sensei to the Karate Kid. I think you can hear in my voice the irritation that's there. I did not like that remark. That comment or little piece of narration has nothing to do with her relationship with Gracie. Not to mention the fact that sensei was not even capitalized. So, 2 pages into the chapter, not a great start to this section. I didn't enjoy that little remark at all. I think she could have found a different comparison to how Harlow was having a feeling of mentorship towards Gracie than using that example. So anyway, I'm going to not be irritated at that anymore now that I've gotten it off of my chest. I'm going to go back to chapter 26 and I'll be back with you later. So I just finished chapter 32. That chapter seemed extra long to me. I don't know about you, but for me, I kept flipping through page after page thinking the next page was going to be the end, and it wasn't. It's kind of strange. It's a strange feeling for me because the previous chapters were much shorter, and then you had this one really long chapter at the end. I have started to skim, which is another not good sign for me. I don't feel like we got a whole lot of information here either. There was a lot of gossiping, a lot of pop culture references, but I don't feel like we learned anything other than the fact that a lot of the people in her hometown are rude. I don't know. I had a bad taste in my mouth from that Karate Kid mention and the sensei, and then the way that people kind of like talk over and around Harlow. I'm not enjoying that. I'm not so sure why Harlow's mom is so secretive about her relationship with whoever she's seeing. I'm not quite sure that she's actually seeing the sheriff. But that's very strange to me. And like her rushing to cover up her ring when Harlow kind of made a comment to her about it, I don't know, it just seems really weird to me. Something that's also confusing me is the fact that there are a couple different names for a couple different people, and the usage of both names is kind of throwing me off. Like, for example, Harlow calls her great-great-grandmother Mima and Loretta May. And when she calls her Loretta May, it throws me off because, for one, I would never ever call my great-great-grandmother by her first name. But she also uses it interchangeably with Mima. So, like, when she's talking to Mima, she says Mima. But when she's talking to other people, she says Loretta May. And I just find that strange. The other dual name mention that's throwing me off sometimes is the fact that Will calls Harlow Cassidy, whereas Harlow goes by Harlow with everybody else. For whatever reason, my brain is not processing immediately that when I see the name Cassidy, it's Harlow. I get stuck on that name when I'm reading it and have to think, okay, who is Cassidy? Oh wait, he's talking to Harlow, not somebody else. And because, like I had mentioned at the beginning, this cast of characters is so large, I keep thinking that it's another character and not our main character. So, yeah, I'm not liking that dual name reference in those instances. But in any case, I can tell by how my reading of these last chapters has gone that the story is not clicking for me for whatever reason. I'm not quite sure why. It feels like there's a lot of gossiping going on, and I don't enjoy gossiping, especially when it's gossiping about someone who's passed. I do find that in bad taste. Now, I get that we need to know a bit more about Nell to figure out who killed her, what the motive was, especially because Harlow is newly back in town. But I just feel like everybody has something to say, or they're fighting over the fact that they were Nell's best friend, or this, that, and the other thing, and I'm not enjoying those mentions either. But anyway, we are now over the 50% mark, like I thought we would be when I first started this evening's chapters. I feel like we made a little bit of headway in regards to the mystery, but I don't feel like we made a lot. And like I had just mentioned, I do feel like there was a lot of gossiping in this section, a lot of pop culture references, and not much solid information, not any leads, not really any investigation. So I'm going to hope for better in tomorrow's chapters, and that's where I'm going to leave you tonight. So let me know down in the comments below what you thought of these chapters. I would really love to know. Don't forget that you can come talk to me in our Mystery Madness Goodreads group, as well as our March Mystery Madness Discord. There are Book One Cozies Club threads in both of those sections for you to come and talk to me about this book or these chapters if you would prefer to chat there instead of down in the comments below. So that will do it for me this evening. I hope you're all having a great evening, and I will be back with you tomorrow for chapters 33 through 40. So I will talk to you later. Bye.